The Adventures of a Plastic Bottle, a story about recycling. January 1st. Dear Diary, do you ever get the feeling you were meant to do something? Right now, I'm a thick, oozy blob of crude oil deep underneath the ocean floor, and I've been here for thousands of years. But someday, I could be made into fuel like gasoline for cars or jets, or I could even be made into tar or asphalt and help build roads. I hear something cranking and clattering above. I better go check it out. January 11th. Hi, Diary. Guess what that noise was? It was a huge drill. I was sucked through a long, wide pipe and into the belly of a giant boat they called a tanker, because the inside of the boat is specially designed to carry liquids, like a big floating fish tank. The ship sailed for more than 1 week, and when it stopped, I was pumped into an oil refinery. Now I'll be put through machines that will clean me and change me into a form that people can use to make lots of things like gasoline, wax, oil, and plastic. I wonder what's going to happen to me next, Diary. What will I become? January 13th. Dear Diary, the oil refinery was amazing. It whirred, it rumbled, it bubbled. I went through a lot of changes. I got so hot that I just about disappeared when I turned into a light, misty gas. And just when things cooled down and I felt heavy again, it got hot and the whole thing started all over. The changes I went through were called polymerization. Before I knew, I had become a pile of plastic crumbs. Can you believe it? Plastic! Some of the other crude oil that I traveled with was turned into a paste, some into a thick, clear liquid, and some became a powder. But we have one thing in common. We're all ready to be molded into a new shape. P.S. Dear Diary, did you know that plastic comes from the Greek word plastikos? It means easy to mold or shape. How fascinating. January 29th. Hi, Diary. Guess what? I was sent to a manufacturing plant, and they heated me until all my little crumbs got nice and squishy. While I was still warm, a machine squeezed me into a mold shaped like a bottle. When it cooled off, I was a beautiful, clear plastic bottle. For real. I felt so light and sturdy as I tumbled into a bin with lots of other bottles. Cowabunga! As many as 10 million plastic bottles can be made in a day. That's a lot of bottles going out to see the world and never coming back. January 30th. Hi-ho, Diary! Today was so fun! Being a bottle is great! I was clipped into a bottling line. Whee! I flew down the line and went round and round and up and down. Along the way, I was washed and sterilized. Then I was filled with fresh water. I even got a spiffy label. They're putting all of us bottles into boxes now. I can hardly wait to see the rest of the world. More adventures await me. February 13th. Hi, Diary. Today I arrived at a grocery store. They loaded me into a refrigerator right in the front row where I had a great view of everything around me. The store was filled with plastic containers in all shapes and sizes. I wonder where we'll go once we've left the store. Maybe I'll find out soon. February 14th. Guess what, Diary? A boy bought me at the grocery store and took me to a park bench where he gulped down the cool water. The sun sparkled on the side of my bottle. Birds chirped in the tree above me. There were pretty flowers all around. It was so beautiful that I didn't want it to end. But then something even more wonderful happened. The boy rinsed and filled me with more water, put a flower inside me, and gave me to his mother. I had become a Valentine's Day present. She put me right in the middle of the dinner table. Nothing can be better than being a plastic bottle. I'm looking good. February 21st. Dear Diary, this week was so great. I wish it weren't over. I got to see so many interesting things like the grocery store and the park, and I was a great vase. The flower wilted and was put into a mulch pile to become fertilizer. Now I'm a recycling bin, but I have lots of company. A soda bottle, a peanut butter jar, and an ice cream container. Where could I be headed next? What could be better than the life of a plastic bottle? February 23rd. Dear Diary, after I was picked up by the recycling truck, I was brought to a recycling center where they sorted all of the different bottles and containers. I landed in a mountain of plastic bottles. Now I know where some of the other plastic containers from the store shelves ended up. Did you know we're all different kinds of plastics? You can tell what kind we are by looking at the number on the recycling sign on the bottom of the container. This afternoon, all of us plastic bottles got squished. Then we got stacked in big blocks called bales and loaded into trucks. Here we go again. March 16th. What a busy day, diary. I arrived at the plastic reclaiming plant where I'll be made into something brand new. I was sent down a line where I got shredded, washed, rinsed, and dried. I'm not a bottle anymore. Things started to heat up, and pretty soon I got all soft and mushy. Then I oozed through an extruder where I was squeezed out into long, thin strands like spaghetti. After that, I got chopped into small bits. I liked being a bottle, but I think I'm ready for new adventures. July 10th. Hey there, diary. I never thought I could be happier than when I was a plastic bottle, but I am. Can you guess what I am now? Did you know all of these things are made with recycled plastic? Pretty wild, huh? Toy cars, soccer balls, chairs, milk jugs. Did you guess, diary? I'm a synthetic fleece sweatshirt. Can you believe something as soft and warm as fleece was made from recycled plastic bottles? I went from crude oil to plastic crumbs to a plastic bottle to a vase and finally to a recycled fleece sweatshirt. I'm being worn by an astronaut headed to space. Wow, diary, this journey has been out of this world.